As day 6 of the war continues, Iraqi Kurds are denying involvement in a plan to arm Kurdish groups and send them into Iran. That's according to CNN. Kurdistan's autonomous regional government said today that any campaign across the eastern border is, quote, completely unfounded. Sources have told CNN the Trump administration and the American CIA is working to arm Kurdish forces, hoping to trigger an uprising in Iran. Clarissa Wards explains. Who are the Kurds in Iran?
Everyone is watching to see whether Kurdish fighters will launch a ground offensive into Iran. So who are the Kurds? They're one of the largest stateless ethnic groups in the world, about 30 to 40 million people spread across a mountainous region spanning Turkey, Iran, Iraq, and Syria. After the collapse of the Ottoman Empire a century ago, they were promised a state of their own. It never materialized. In Iran, Kurdish armed groups have fought the government for decades, operating from bases along the Iraqi border. Multiple sources say the CIA has backed some of those groups as they prepare for a possible ground offensive. In Iraq, the picture is very different. Kurds here built a powerful autonomous region after the fall of Saddam Hussein and worked closely with the United States in the fight against ISIS. But they're wary of provoking Iran and are trying to stay neutral, calling for peace and stability. In Syria, Kurdish militias became one of Washington's most effective partners against ISIS, controlling much of the northeast. But they were ultimately forced to give up some of that territory to the government in Damascus. Across the region, Kurdish politics and loyalties vary widely, but many share a long history of struggle for recognition, autonomy, and in some cases, their own state. Clarissa Ward, CNN, Erbil.
Now, the history of the United States' support for the Kurds is rocky. On several occasions, they have allied with the U.S., only to see support for the Kurds fade as politics shifted. Today, the First Lady of Iraq and a prominent Kurdish activist issued a statement. She said that the Kurds are too often remembered only when their sacrifice is needed, saying, quote, "Leave the Kurds alone, and we are not guns for hire."